All right, let's do the background here because you've got 210 people that are not pleased. So let's talk about the people that are pleased. A lot of people in this country are pleased that you moved and were involved with this. What is the genesis here? What was the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will? How did we get here? What did it take from Kevin McCarthy to irritate you to a point to say, look, we're going to vote to remove you?
So it began with me when we saw the debt ceiling play that he made. And I won't get into all the details, but he said he was going over there. He told us, I said yesterday in my speech, he laid it on the table that he was going to start at $1.5 trillion increase in national debt over 8 months. And he walked back a few days later with exactly what Joe Biden had asked for, which was no debt ceiling until January 25, because Joe Biden did not want it to be an issue in the presidential campaign. So we just gave away a political advantage, and we also gave away a policy advantage. So that was just like, I didn't know how to take that at that point. And you throw it in the context of the border and this notion where they kept saying, oh, we're going to do H.R. 2 or some version of it in a continuing resolution. Well, the problem with it is when you do a continuing resolution, you lose the advantage of the 12 spending bills that he promised he would do by a statute, which we're supposed to do. And when you lose that, that means you can't leverage against the administration. And that means that we can't enforce H.R. 2 even if it were to pass, because the Biden administration is lawless. So all of those indicate to me that there was a super duper problem here, and it wasn't getting better. It was actually going the other way. And so you couple those two things together with another, just a failure to get things done with regard to, he didn't release the J6 hours of tape that he said he would. He didn't bring either the term limit or the budget control bills to the floor. There's just a whole series of things that we are killing ourselves on, and the reality is we have not accomplished virtually anything. And so,
well, there's a lot of show votes out there. I'll tell you that. That's the thing I never understood. There's a lot of posturing and puffing up of chest, but votes that actually matter on things rarely seem to happen in Congress. So I guess my question is, where do we go from here? Because as you look at him being removed, there are several people that could be up for the job. Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan, their names are in the ring right now. If it were those two being considered, could you support either one of those folks?
Well, Steve, I have to confess, I am now a pariah in the conference, as you might guess. And so if I say I'm going to support somebody, there will be 150 people who immediately say they will support anybody but that person because that's who Biggs wants. So I've chosen not to handicap anybody, but I can tell you what I do want. I want the most conservative person who can get 218 votes. And that's what I want. And if we can get that person, I think we can actually salvage this term and actually get some meaningful things done.